This is fascinating. Alright, I'll say it like this. Uh, the point here is valid. Well done. I will agree to the form and to the substance. I'll put it in these terms. What we do, what we build, has to not merely be relevant for the next 5 decades. It must be relevant and expandable and easily upgraded to last for centuries. That's just common sense. There's a fundamental shift happening on this planet as we speak. I'm not just talking about the natural component with the Earth going through the changes it's going through. I'm talking about man on this planet. Mindset pathologies, agendas, interests, they're shifting. They are transmogrifying. Some parties for the better, and some parties are getting excessively beyond the pale, as they say. Irregardless, it is a duty, obligation, and responsibility to find a way to be humble but dignified, always firm, always steady. It is a duty, obligation, and responsibility that men and women of rectitude and character must find a way to look for that which is most productive, that does no harm. When we begin to do things like that on a consistent basis, we speed along the process of bettering ourselves individually and collectively. Technologies are changing, which is making particular things easier. There is no reason to become mentally lazy. Our folks are not mindless squid. We should use the talents that we've been allowed to have by way of our genetic disposition. Use them wisely. Because technologies are changing, we can actually clean up the mess that we make in our daily lives. Folks consume a lot of energy around the planet. They discard a lot of waste. Both of these activities are problematic over the long term. As we, as a planetary Ummah, rise, as our paradigm begins to manifest increasingly on this plane in a positive fashion, much responsibility comes with that. As you grow into a leadership capacity on this planet, there's horrific amounts of responsibility with that. And I use the word horrific because there's a wide variety of things that we have to clean up, because particular parties have worked hard at being outside of nature, and in the process they have torn up a lot, and it will fall to us to clean up this mess. And so as a consequence, we have to use our ingenuity, and there are a lot of technologies that are evolving. There are a lot of things that are coming on station as we speak, which is part of the reason as to why mindsets are changing. Interests are changing. Strategies are changing. I'm not saying that we throw out the baby with the bathwater. What I am saying is that we evolve and make use of the evolutionary things before us that allow us to do things more efficiently, more proficiently. The Amexem-Moor-Empire is in fact an agriculture-based economy. We are heavy into the growth of food product and medicine. We are also heavy into growing plants to be pressed into oil, to be used to power all types of land conveyances and sea conveyances and air travel devices and things of this nature. We are very big on alternative fuels, as most folks tend to refer to them as. And the consequence of this, it allows us to have a different focus. We are heading in a different direction than most folks. Yes, there are parties who are speaking to the issue of alternative fuels in a foreign venue. But the reality of it is, oil companies in the foreign jurisdictions tend to be heavily invested into those that make available solar panel and wind technology. And so that should tell you something. Particular things that are in competition with their primary business, which is basically oil, they are seeking to control. Good, bad, or indifferent, but they're seeking to control it. The point with that is we have to figure out ways to do things in an effective manner, independent of those who seek to control viable alternatives. You're going to begin to see changes on this planet, whether you like it or not. Folks can deny the science all day. That's their headache. That's not my fight. All I know is, within the Amexem-Moor-Empire jurisdiction, we look to do things in a manner that is humble but dignified and always firm, using good common sense in the process. If technologies are available that are safe, if there are technologies that are available that are durable, if there are technologies that are available that are efficient and proficient, these are things that must be deployed for the benefit of our greater good. We cannot ask folks to engage in things along that continuum if we're not going to do it ourselves. And so we tend to do things in a manner where we take the lead role in presenting particular things for the benefit of our greater good. Specifically, for now, I'll speak about our healthcare plan. It's non-surgical in nature, and we have it available in 5 cities. Not a lot of places are not going to get that, but we are expanding it as fast as we're able. Nonetheless, there is not a body anywhere from folks of color, Moors, declared or undeclared, that we are familiar with, from any quote-unquote chartered organization or any other type of organization or from any other nation that we are familiar with that actually has a non-surgical universal health care plan. And so as a consequence of that, it's fair to say that the Amexem-Moor-Empire has a leadership role in that particular perspective. And we're working to expand that particular viable option to our folks around the planet. I'm particularly concerned in Sector 4 within the Amexem-Moor-Empire, out of Kibalan, the older part of the Amexem. We're looking at how we're going to expand certain things over there so that our folks there have options. A lot of our folks there are in great need, and we are familiar with that. Well, I thank you for these particular reports. They're very well done. I will look these over and I'll consult with the Chief of the Staff. I shall consult with the Minister for Law and Justice and of course with the Grand Ambassador. And I suppose the Council and I will sit down and we'll see where we go with this. Good work. Very good work.